I am sure you've seen this ad.
ये वीडियो स्किप कर दो वरना तुम्हारी 30 लाख तक की जॉब लग सकती है।
Or this one.
Your dream of earning a 6 or a 7-figure salary will never come true if you don't start using AI and ChatGPT at your workplace.
If you think this is another video like that, close the tab right now. We are not talking about prompt engineering. We're going to talk about the actual skills that matter. In this video, we're going to look at 4 core functions that really drive value in every organization. And in each function, I'll give you the exact skills that will help you thrive in your career in 2026. I've spent the last 30 days going through thousands of job descriptions, seeing skills that they highlight, talking to experts, and speaking with 4,500 professionals in our community who have a median work experience of 10 years. I asked them one question: what AI skills actually move the needle? Let's start with the generalists. We're now glad to be a part of the 01 Media Network by Zerodha. Generalist, COO, Chief of Staff, Strategy Lead, Ops Head, whatever your title is, your core job is, if a task in your company takes, let's say, 10 hours, can you build a system that does it in just 1 minute with AI? There are 3 skills that you can develop to actually make this happen. Let's start with automating business operations. A business operation is any repeated process like replying to customer emails or doing employee onboarding or invoice processing. See, these operations have steps. Invoice arrives, someone extracts the data, someone matches it to a purchase order, another person approves it, and finally, someone processes the payment. 5 people are touching one invoice. AI automation changes this. Invoice arrives, automation extracts the data, matches to the purchase order, checks amounts, updates your system, and schedules a payment. 0 humans for the standard case. Look at Flipkart. Their vendor onboarding used to take 4 days. Now it takes 4 hours. But there's a small limitation. Workflows only handle the happy path. A happy path is basically when everything works as expected, right? But when an invoice has a handwritten note saying approved by CFO in the Tuesday meeting, the workflow will fail, right? It needs human intervention. Your job is to automate the 80% of the happy tasks and let 20% be managed by humans. The next skill that's super hot in 2026 is actually developing agentic workflows for enterprise systems. Now, before I get started, let me explain the difference in workflows and agents. Workflows will typically follow a set of rules, but agents have goals and they can make their own rules to achieve that goal. Let me take an example. Let's say you've built a workflow for automating invoices. Now, that workflow will see a 10,000 rupee invoice and escalate it to a manager every single time. But an agent that's trying to solve it will see the same invoice. It'll recognize that it is your regular vendor. It'll check monthly ordering patterns. It'll see previous CFO approvals and it'll approve it instantly. As you saw here, the workflow had a set of rules it had to follow, but the agent has a goal. It does not matter how it does it. This is an insanely valuable skill in 2026. Let me tell you something that validates this. Y Combinator, which is the largest and most prestigious startup accelerator, have said that there is a humongous demand in companies and people who have the skills to do this. And so are other VCs, by the way. They're obsessed with this because the average Fortune 500 company runs on tens and thousands of different software systems. SAP, Salesforce, Oracle, Workday, plus decades of custom applications, and 73% of their business process still needs a human intervention. A workflow in an enterprise company can save $2 to $8 million. My prediction is that this will be one of the highest paying jobs in 2026. The third skill to build in 2026 is AI adoption strategy. Once you've built all the automations, you've deployed your agents, but you actually have your 10,000 employees to use them, right? See, this is where all AI transformations fail because they forget that they are still needing humans to adopt their systems. See, let's be honest, the fear is actually real. Sales thinks that AI will replace them, finance worries about compliance, legal is panicking about liability. People will trust AI only when they know what it's doing, where the AI can go wrong, and the most important part is that they are the ones in charge. According to LinkedIn Skills Growth, AI strategy is listed as the skill that grew from 5,000 profiles in 2022 to 50,000 profiles in 2024. I've seen so many GrowthX members over the last 6 months building these skills over our events and meetups. Building agents and workflows has become the top thing everyone's chasing right now in the community. Now, let's move to product. The first skill is AI product strategy. Think about AI product strategy like a hospital that's deciding who to get treated first. Not every patient needs surgery. Some just need medication. Some don't even need any treatment. But what do most product teams do? They are basically saying every feature gets AI. Let's add AI in our search. Let's add AI everywhere. AI is to SaaS companies what protein is to D2C companies right now. Right? But good product strategy is asking, where will AI actually move the needle? Which problems does AI solve better than traditional code? It's about connecting AI capabilities to revenue, retention, and conversion. Actual freaking business metrics. And no, looking cool on social media is not one of them. Here's an example. Let's say you work for a SaaS company. Your churn is 8% and support tickets take 6 hours to resolve. Your activation rate is 40%. Which problem does AI solve best? A bad PM will say, let's build an AI chatbot for support. A good PM says, our data shows that users churn because they don't activate within 7 days. An AI onboarding assistant will cut churn by 3 points. That's worth $2 million annually. A support chatbot just saves 2 lakh rupees. We are building onboarding first. Did you see the difference? It's about impact. Basically, the skill set that you really want to develop here is around 3 things. Where should AI be implemented? What parts of AI should you build versus buy out as a software? And which AI features will help you pull ahead in front of your competitors? The next skill is AI prototyping. AI prototyping became hot in 2025 and it will stay hot in 2026. Here's why. Think about how products get built today. You have an idea, you write specifications on a document, engineers spend weeks coding that idea, then you discover that the idea doesn't work as well as you thought. You just burned 3 to 4 weeks of dev time. AI prototyping changes this. You build a working version of your idea in an hour instead of a month. Not a mock-up, a functional prototype that the users can actually click, go through and test. Recently, Vishal Virani, who's the founder of Rocket as well as a GrowthX member since 2023, raised 120 crores in seed round. His company Rocket helps people go from idea to a working product in minutes. He did a private session for GrowthX members on how to build functional products in just an hour. Not wireframes, working software. The next set of skills that I will be mentioning here are valid for both engineers and PMs. However, what they do for those skills is different. Let's dive in. Context engineering. See, most people have heard about prompt engineering. Act as a senior developer, all that stuff. Context engineering is different and way bigger. Let me show you with an example. You tell an AI agent, book me a hotel in Paris for the DevOps conference next month. The agent books you Best Western in Paris, Kentucky. Your conference is in Paris, France. Is that a prompt problem? No. It's a context problem. Context engineering is building the entire system around AI so it figures things out itself. The agent should check your calendar to see where the conference exactly is. Retrieve your company's travel policy for budget limits. Remember past conversations and track the state across multiple bookings. What do PMs do here? They design the context flow. What information does the AI need at each step? And engineers, they build a retrieval pipeline, manage the token limits and handle failures. Context engineering is going to be the new prompt engineering. The next skill is RAG. RAG stands for Retrieval Augmented Generation. Now let me explain RAG to you, but before that, a quick question. What do you think is the temperature outside right now? No, do not look at your phone. Just try to guess. Is it 32? Is it 28? Is it 25? Let's say it was actually 30.4 degrees Celsius. Now, you probably knew it was either hot or cold or pleasant. You might have stepped out this morning, you felt it, but the exact number, that's not how our brain works. You store feelings, patterns, not precise data points. AI models hit the same wall. Asked GPT the current temperature in Bangalore. It has no clue. It knows Bangalore's climate patterns. It knows December is pleasant, January gets cooler, April gets hot, but right now it's guessing, which is why when you ask it, it actually searches the web and gets you the exact data. This is RAG. And let me tell you, every single internet company right now is scrambling to add AI features. Every single one of them. Take Swiggy, they're building an AI chatbot. It needs to know which restaurants are open right now, today's menu, current delivery time in your area, not a guess. Or look at Zerodha. They want AI to answer what's my portfolio worth. That means pulling your actual holdings, not taking an estimation with market price. It's not guessing, it needs real data. Now let's move to the next one. AI agents. Everyone is talking about agents. AI agent this, AI agent that, but 9 out of 10 people don't even know what an AI agent is. Let me tell you something that you might have not known. ChatGPT isn't a model, it's an agent. The model underneath, that's ChatGPT 4 or GPT 3.5. Just the brain. The model generates a text, that's it. Pure language generation. The agent decides what to do with that ability. Should I search the web, run this Python code, create an image? The agent is making those calls. When you type something in ChatGPT, you're not directly talking to ChatGPT 4. You're actually talking to an agent that uses GPT 4. Why does this matter though? Because 2026 isn't about building models. Your likes of OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, they'll handle that. It's about building agents that use those models. Microsoft says that 87% of Fortune 500 companies will be deploying agents by the end of 2026. Now, as a PM, what should you do? You should be figuring out the designing of the workflow. Which tools can the agents access? What needs approval? What's the failure path? And what will engineers do? You want to build a tool integration, manage state between actions, and implement a guardrail so that the agent doesn't burn through your API budget. And see, while I say all of these skills, I understand that what skill to build is easy, but actually building that skill requires so much effort and most importantly, motivation. Content cannot solve for motivation. We are actually as humans really motivated when we are around people that are doing crazy things. They're actually inspiring us to do more. They push us, right? And GrowthX is exactly that place where you're surrounded by 4,863 members as of this moment, who are leaders from companies like Google, Meta, Lovable, Nike, SarvamAI, ElevenLabs, and more. The community is not open to all, however, and that's because curating the right audience is core to GrowthX. But if you want to check if you're eligible, check out the link in the description. You can check if you're eligible for GrowthX in 2 minutes. Final skill for product and engineers to master is AI evaluations. You built your AI feature. Now, how do you know if it actually works? See, this is where AI evaluation comes in. Think of it like this. When you write regular software, it's very predictable. You test it once, it always works the same way. But with AI, you ask the same question twice, you will get 2 different answers. Now, both of them can be right or both of them can be wrong. Product lead at Amazon, the head of product at OpenAI, and even the CEO of Y Combinator all are saying that AI evals is going to be a critical skill for you to build. Now, let's shift our focus to marketing. Ask engine optimization or AEO is going to be the hottest skill for marketers in 2026. You see, today people are asking AI almost as much as Google or sometimes even more. And just like it was important to get your brand in search results, getting your brand mentioned inside GPT is going to be the skill to build in 2026. So for example, let's say when I'm asking GPT here, what are the top Asian restaurants around me? And you can see these results inside GPT. How can you get your restaurant or your brand mentioned here? That's AEO. And it's going to be very important because 2 billion searches are happening inside AI agents, by the way. And the latest data says that people are having a 2 times intent to buy when they come from a chat GPT than they come from a Google search. The second skill is AI-led ad generation. See, I want you to look at this ad. And now this one. All of these ads have been made by large brands completely with AI. Earlier, to create an ad like this, it would take you months and cost thousands of dollars at least. But today, you can do that in a fraction of a cost and in 1/10 of the time. Here's why this matters. First, is the speed at which we can deploy. Before, you would get an insight from your users, and then making that ad probably took you like weeks or months. You had to brief your designers, multiple rounds of feedback, approval chains. Now, one prompt, ad generated. You can test ideas the same day you get them. The third skill is AI-led performance marketing. Now, when you have so many ads and so many things going on, it's going to be very hard to manage all your ad campaigns. Typically, managing a performance marketing at this scale would need an agency or a team of 3 to 4. Now, you can be the person with AI and do the 3 to 4 people's job by just one person. With AI-led performance marketing, you get AI to do a lot of the grunt work, whether it's adjusting bids, relocating your budgets, shifting ad targeting, or even rotating your creatives. All of this is done in real time based on performance data. When you're spending 1 crore rupees a month on ads, let's say, even a 3% optimization saves 3 lakh rupees or 36 lakh rupees annually. Let's move to the next skill, which is AI content production. I'm sure you've seen Varun Maya's AI clone all over the internet. The AI generates everything. These videos are getting massive traction, millions of views and real engagement. But the actual advantage isn't that they are AI made, but it's basically that AI is allowing anyone to produce at scale. Instead of making 5 high quality videos manually, now they can do 50 at the same cost. Alright folks, 2026 is just 2 months away. And let's recap on all the skills that we spoke about. Let's start with Generalist. You make AI actually transform operations, automating workflows, deploying agentic systems, and driving adoption across the organization. PMs, you should master AI product strategy and prototyping. You decide what to build and prove it before a single line of code gets written. Engineers, you build the systems, context engineering, RAG, agents, and evaluations. You turn those product ideas into working AI products that actually drive impact. Marketers, you should focus on mastering AEO, ad generation at scale, AI-led performance marketing, and content production. Now we've covered 4 functions in this video, but let's be honest, AI touches every role. HRs using AI for talent matching, sales using AI for cold emails. Analytics is building AI-powered recommendation engines. Designers are using AI for research and UX. We have created an insanely comprehensive resource covering all of these functions and also the current functions, but in a lot more depth. Check out the link in the description for the full resource. And look, you might be thinking, this is too much. I'm already behind. Everyone else is moving faster. Stop. The people who mastered digital marketing in 2010 were not smarter than you. They just started. The people who learned mobile app development in 2012 weren't more capable. They just moved. You have 2 months until 2026. That is enough time to master one skill for your function. Don't pick all of these skills, just pick one. You're starting today that already pulls you ahead of every single one who's still watching tutorials about prompt engineering and mastering ChatGPT. 2026 is yours. Go build your unfair advantage.